Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Kottabos Space Program, where today we are taking a look at another interesting mod that I found recently, this time in the form of the Voice Commander mod by I just missed the name there, Blizzy78. Sorry about that, a little bit of a flub, and if you can't tell from the name of the mod, Voice Commander, and the name of the ship that I have here called Voice Test, well then, yeah, you need a little help. This mod, it gives voice commands into the game, and it's wonderful, but also a little finicky. Now, what we need to do here is, first, I like to move my toolbar up there, and then we will turn on the Voice Commander, and first thing I'm going to do is left-click to toggle it off. And that's because we need to go over a few things before we start running our mouth. This runs off of voice commands. It uses the speech recognition software on your computer, and currently is only compatible with Windows speech recognition, and I don't actually believe it will be useful on anything else but that, so it will only be a Windows mod. Sorry to my other users out there, and I think it paused because I think it mistook a command. Oh, resume flight. Yes, one of the issues I have found with this mod so far, even though I do love it, is when you're playing normally, just by yourself, it works very well. But if there's someone else in the room chatting, or if, like me, you're recording a video, it can get finicky because it's constantly listening to your voice and trying to figure out a command to use with what you're saying. So it can cause issues. Earlier, my girlfriend was in here and chatting with me while I was testing this, and she activated the abort command, which, oh god, don't turn on now. It didn't. Oh, thank god. Just with talking to me, she accidentally activated that, and it did not go well for me. So, if we right-click, we can go to the settings here, and the cool thing about this is it's not set voice commands. You can actually click into any of these boxes and actually type what you want to say yourself, which is something I suggest you do, and make it very accurate. And why did it just toggle on? Like I said, when you're talking a lot, it gets finicky. So yes, my first suggestion when coming in here, make it all of these voice commands as complicated as possible. Because if you keep them simple, if you are talking to anyone else besides just playing the game, you will probably accidentally do something that you didn't mean to do. So, right now I've got all of these. These are the macro commands. These are fairly simple because, well, I don't really know what else to type besides yaw for yaw and pitch, etc. But down here, when you get into some of the more complicated commands like saving, loading, and stuff like that, I do at least have it as 2-word commands. So for like the map, it is toggle map, etc. Now the only 1-word command I have here is the toggle listening, which it's probably going to oh, it did not toggle it because I said listening instead. Oh, nope, there it goes. There it goes. Let's toggle that back off. Again, when you're by yourself just playing the game, this goes well, and it paused. But yes, it's quite cool, though, being able to say these phrases and have them actually happen in the game. But like I said, if there's anyone else talking, or if you talk a lot, it gets screwy. But nonetheless, it is fun. So let's play around with these. It toggled itself again. So, and, oh, apparently saying that toggled the SAS, which should now go off. There we go. And I can always say toggle RCS. And, oh, that didn't toggle on. Do I have it as another word? No, it should be toggle RCS. Oh, that's why. It went off of listening. Okay, so to actually show this off, I'm going to stop blabbering for a second and just go through some of the commands. So, toggle RCS. Toggle SAS. Full throttle. Zero throttle. Toggle lights. Toggle brakes. Toggle gears. Toggle gears. Yeah, I want those back up. So, oh, and that toggled them again. I'm just gonna hit the button. And that turned on the map. Oh my. Let's turn that off for a second. And yes, that's why I just wanted to run through the commands real quick, because it does get a little screwy, like with the pause menu, apparently. But yes, it is quite fun. There are a lot of commands in this thing that can do a lot of different things, but I am noticing a few issues with it, besides the blabbering on, activating things you don't mean to. Where is that command? Here we go. The action group command. I'm having problems with this one. So if we toggle the sound on and try to activate group 1, which should, if I just hit 1 on the keyboard, that activates my solar panels that I have. Now if I just, well, if I toggle it again, it'll close. So let's turn this on. Action group 1. Now that is what I'm supposed to be able to say, and it's supposed to toggle that again. But it's not at the moment, though it really does like the pause menu. Anything with numbers, it seems to be having an issue with. Now, I don't know if that is how I say it. I just changed the camera by saying things oddly. I have a feeling that's why. I must, with my intonations and how I say my words, I must be kind of getting too close to different commands, which is why you really should go through all these and make them as unique as possible. Let's just manually change that camera back. Oh, I'm typing in here. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you really should make them as unique as possible. But yeah, anything with numbers seems to be having a problem for me. I don't know if it will for you, and I don't know if it's just my version of Windows, my speech recognition, or how I say things, but I have trouble with numbers on here. They don't seem to work. So the action groups don't work. Doing pitch, yaw, and roll, you're supposed to be able to say yaw plus 10 degrees, and it will do that. But it won't for me, and when I look at the debug for it, it's getting the command, but not the number. So that seems to be an issue, and I think that's because of my speech. I don't think it's a problem with the mod, because if you actually take a look at the video he has on the webpage, or the forum post for it, he actually goes through the action groups. So it should work, but it doesn't seem to for me, and I think it's because of how I say things. But to show you that stuff does actually work properly, I'm going to shut up again. I'm also going to close these solar panels, and I'm actually going to launch this rocket up into the air a little bit, and then abort the mission, all through voice commands. So if I just undo the pause again, and, oh my god, and then toggle the speech, throttle, or hold on a second. Oh, no, it caught the full throttle from that. Lovely. Toggle stage. That's not my command, is it? Next stage. Next stage. Okay, we're gonna oh, that's why it's not listening again. I apologize. Since it keeps toggling on and off, I'm doing this somewhat poorly. So let's just toggle it on. I'm gonna shut up and just use the commands. Next stage. Next stage. Gears. Toggle gears. 0 throttle. Abort, abort. And the explosion destroyed the parachutes. So that didn't work out quite as well as I was hoping. Load. Ah. No, I have it as toggle load, don't I? Or no, quick load. Hold on, let's do that. Or since it's on this screen already, oh my. I swear, when you're using it on your own, it works a lot better, but with all the talking I'm doing, it definitely does screw it up a bit. So we're going to try this again from start to finish. So I'm going to shut it. Toggle SAS. Full throttle. Next stage. Toggle gears. 0 throttle. Next stage. Abort, abort. And there we go. Now I could have just said next stage again to actually deploy the parachutes, but I have the abort setting to be to decouple and then deploy the parachutes, but I wanted to be a bit safer on that one. And I changed the camera. Camera free. There we go. So see, when you're just using the commands, it works a lot better. But because I'm talking and saying other things, it gets finicky. But nonetheless, it is a really, really fun mod to play around with, and I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, there are a few issues with saying numbers, but I think, again, that's just because of how I say them. That's the issue, because, hey, it's speech recognition. It's never perfect. But the mod itself is quite cool. It is actually also compatible and has built-in macros for MechJeb, and I turned on the map. Toggle map. There we go, we're back. Oh, it keeps thinking I'm saying to listen, which isn't good. Oh, I did it again. But yes, it has built-in functions for MechJeb, which allow you to actually circularize your orbit and things like that, all through voice commands, which is really cool. But yeah, I would definitely say go and check it out. It is in the description if you would like to follow the link there to go and give it a try. Like I said, play it by yourself with no one else in the room and you're not being chatty, because otherwise it's gonna do things really strangely. But like we just had on that launch we did, it can go quite smoothly if it's just you saying the commands. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed, and of course that you come back for the next. And of course, go and check out this mod. It is fun. But until the next episode, thank you for watching, my friends, and as always, have a good one.